What is going on, YouTube? Tom here, and it's actually been about 3 weeks since I've even driven this Mustang. So right now, I can say I have missed this car a lot, even though it's just been in the garage sitting. Of course, last time I drove it was just around the block too, so I didn't even drive it very far. Boy, did I miss it though. I miss making V8 noises. But yes, I wanted to get it out today, even though it's rainy season. There's not many places to go. I'll get a break in the rain because I want to talk about some Mustang news. Ford is coming out with a new Mach 1 Mustang. It's pretty big news because there has not been a Mach 1 since 2004. And of course that was with the new Edge body style when Ford came out with the Mach 1 as an improvement upon the NA Mustang Cobra. So yes, Ford announced finally that they are confirming a new Mach 1 again, based on the S550 platform. Of course, with this new Mach 1 comes a lot of improvements. Now, of course, we had a big rumor about this car a while ago with the new Mach 1. It was going to be based on the Bullets motor with a lot of improvements to the S550 platform. It looks like, and the rumors and the spy photos we had, it looked like it was going to be based on a Performance Pack Level 2. And in fact, if you opt for the handling package on the new Mach 1, then that is correct. With that, you get the Michelin Cup 2 tires, the Brembos, and also MagneRide. If you don't get the handling package, you of course get, basically it looked like a Performance Pack Level 1. You get the P4S's, rather than the Cup 2s, you get the... it sounds like you still get a lot of the goodies that the Performance Packs get. Now, of course, the big revelation is that, yes, it does get the Bullets motor, which is a Coyote with the GT350 manifold, throttle body, and intake, so that way you get 20 extra horsepower, which is pretty cool. You get some extra power to it, so not just the standard 460, you get 480. Realistically, is it even that much? Who knows? Coyotes are already underrated, so realistically speaking, it might not be the full 20 horsepower, but you still get a lot with even the standard Coyote. The biggest revelation, though, with this platform is that no longer are they going to be using the MT82. It's going to have the 3160 Tremec transmission from the GT350, which is a huge deal because, as a lot of people might know, a lot of people have been sending it to me, Ford has yet another recall on the MT82. Or I shouldn't say recall yet, it's a lawsuit. I hate to say it, the MT82 is garbage. And for everybody who's going to tell me, just go ahead and learn how to drive, believe me, my driving did not break the shift forks when this car was down for a month. So it's nice to see Ford finally abandoning the MT82, at least in their top tier NA Mustangs. This is, not only is it going to replace the Bullet, it's still rumored that it will be replacing the GT350. That has yet to be determined though. Ford won't confirm or deny yet. Although I strongly suspect that's what's going to happen. I just don't see a reason for Ford to continue going with another NA Mustang. Kind of a lot like how you had with the 04, you had the NA Cobra up to 2002, and then beginning with 2003 with the Terminator. You had the Terminator, which was the boosted Cobra, and then they got rid of the NA Cobra, instead replaced it with the Mach 1, which is just a heavily improved NA Cobra. So I see that happening. I don't see Ford continuing to go with the GT350, the NA Shelby, and then while at the same time they have a boosted Shelby. It just kind of seems a little bit redundant, so that's what I see Ford doing. I could be wrong on that. It would be a shame because the Voodoo is such a great platform. Everybody really loves the Voodoo motor for what it is. It really would be a shame for Ford to just go ahead and kill their top tier NA motor and instead replace it with just a beefed up Coyote. I'm not saying the Coyote's a bad motor, but the Voodoo just was in a league of its own. Very special motor. And of course with this Mach 1, just as we thought from the prototype, it does get a new front end. And it looks like it's actually very close to the GT350 front end adapted to the 18 and up headlights, which is kind of cool looking. I see a lot of people going and putting that front end on their 18s, 19s, and 20s, their GTs and EcoBoosts. I see a lot of people swapping over to that. I mean, if it wasn't going to cost like a couple $1,000s, I can say I would probably do it for mine. I really think that debatably does look better than the standard front end, but looks are a matter of opinion. Of course, you are going to get Mach 1 striping and get a Mach 1 badge on the fender where the 5.0 badge would normally be, so that's pretty cool. You get striping, you get different wheels, you get some Shelby components. If you get the handling package, it looks like you get the PP2's splitter on the front. You get the Shelby rear diffuser, so I think it's all pretty cool looking. You get more than just the standard Mustang look, so it definitely lets you know you're in something special. And of course, I think that's pretty cool looking. The car it changes the look of it. It doesn't look like a regular Mustang. Although, in terms of negatives, a lot of people are mad about the Mach 1 purists. You're not going to get the shaker hood. Of course, as a lot of people know, when the 69 came out, that was kind of one of its trademarks that made it famous, was you had the shaker hood option. And then, of course, 03, 04 Mach 1s, all of them had it. It was a standard feature. And it's just become a trademark to see in the Mach 1. It's like, I gotta admit this, when I'm looking at new edges and I see that hood scoop, that's how I can tell a Mach 1 from a 2-valve. It just, to me, it deserves it. The S550 deserves it. I still think it would look good. People are saying it might not look right on an S550 body lines. I disagree. I think it would look amazing if Ford would do it. I almost guarantee you, though, the reason they didn't do it was probably because they are going to export this car to Europe, and they have very strict pedestrian safety regulations. I mean, you can already go with some crowd killer jokes on that one. Mustangs are already dangerous to pedestrians enough if you're leaving a car show. Yes, I've seen it happen, too, so believe me, it's not even a joke anymore. Some people with Mustangs really don't know how to drive, so probably is for pedestrian safety. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Someone's going to do it in the aftermarket. There's going to be a conversion, or maybe Ford will wise up and make it like an American spec-only version. Of course, the big issue though with the Mach 1 is just going to have to be the price, because they haven't officially revealed the price tag yet, but the rumor has it it's going to be 55 grand plus. And the issue with that's a lot of money at the end of the day for a Mustang. You know, I'm driving my Performance Pack Level 1 that everyone seems to think I spent way too much on, and I spent, before taxes, this car was just under 40 grand. So now a car with the same motor, with really just just like 20 more horsepower, is going to be $15,000 more. That's a lot of money. So unfortunately, that's probably going to hurt it, and especially now as we're heading into some uncertain economic times. It's going to be a hard sell, I think, for Ford to justify selling people a Mustang with 20 extra horsepower for 15 grand. Yeah, it's going to get a diff cooler. It's going to get a bigger trans cooler, even on the manuals. It's going to get a lot of improvements. And it's going to get the 3160 for the first time is going to have the auto rev match feature from the 19 and up GTs. So you're getting a lot of tech with it, but it's just a lot of money. And let's face it, the only people who are going to be able to afford this car right now are going to be essential workers. That's it. Nobody's going to really be wanting to spend that kind of money on, again, just a rebadged GT. So unfortunately, that might hurt it. And then not having the hood scoop is going to annoy all the purists. So that's the big issue. I think it's going to be a hard sell for a lot of people. And I'm already hearing comments that people just do not want this car. Personal opinion, like I said in the last video I made when we got some more rumors from it, I couldn't justify trading my car in on it. There's probably plenty of people who are going to want to trade in a GT like this for one. Between the depreciation I've already taken on this car and then the loan I'd have to take to get to that car, I could throw a supercharger on this car, possibly even have enough for a T56 swap, so one step above the 3160. and in general just have an overall better car. So it's kind of unfortunate that I don't think it's going to live up to some of its expectations. I really did have some high hopes for it, and I still do. I still think it's going to be an amazing car. I can't wait to check one out at the dealerships. The big problem I see is the dealers, they're going to mark it up. You know it's going to happen, just like they did with the Bullet, just like they did with the GT350, just like they're doing now with the GT500. It's going to get marked up, so that $55,000 Mustang is going to quickly turn into a $70,000 Mustang before you know it. So that's going to hurt it. That's kind of what the issue I think Ford had with the Bullet was dealers just wanted to charge way too much money for a GT with a special paint color and inevitably hurt sales. People just couldn't justify spending that much money. And if you're not a huge Steve McQueen fan, that was the hard sell right there. Personally, like I said, I like the Mach 1. If I had disposable income like that, I probably would get one because I do kind of want some of these chassis upgrades. Not necessarily the 20 extra horsepower, but, the improved cooling, the improved transmission. I would love it, but unfortunately, I just don't see this car going anywhere. I think I'd rather just continue saving up for that supercharger. But anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you all think about that. Let me know what you think about the Mustang content. I know this channel's been turned into a lot of Tacoma content, so hopefully all the Tacoma people will enjoy something a little different. I'm trying to get back into making some more Mustang content once car shows fully kick back up, and then also rainy season starts coming to a close. So let me know what you think about all of that. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you are stopping for the first time, go ahead and subscribe because I've got this 2018 Mustang. I've also got a 2020 Tacoma that I want to make some more content with. Anyway, take care. Have a good day.